What can you do about it? Maharashtra has been the pioneer, has done the worst crimes against its farmers than any state, but Maharashtra has also shown some of the finest. Since March last year, the farmers are standing up and protesting and coming out on the road, and you are being told that this is about loan waiver and MSP. Please go and ask the farmers what they understand the complexity of what's going on. I would suggest, and one of the great moments of my life in this city where I have lived 36 years, I'm not a Mumbaiker by birth, was when 40,000 of the poorest farmers marched from Nashik to Mumbai, barefoot, feet bleeding, 182 kilometers in 38 to 40 degrees heat. And came there and reached out to the middle classes, and for the first time in 60 years, in 36 years that I've lived here, in 36 years that I've lived here, I saw the middle classes respond. When lawyers, doctors, businessmen, small businessmen from Crawford Market came with 1,000 pair of chappals, left it quietly, asked him, why are you doing this? He said, I wept when I saw on TV the bleeding feet of those women coming all the way from there. Lawyers, young law students in their final year coming out there and asking me, tell us what PILs we can file against the government of Maharashtra for not addressing their demands. We'll do it. Senior lawyers also came. But the wonderful thing was that the bulk of people who came there who were not from the farmers were young people of Mumbai. Young middle class students, teachers, lawyers, doctors, bank employees unions, bankers, they all showed up there that day. And it was the farmers who won them over. You know what they did? They marched 6 days and nights. They marched on the highway to come to Mumbai. They were March 11th, they stopped in the outer perimeter of Mumbai with the understanding on March 12th morning, they would march from 6 a.m. to 12 noon to Azad Maidan. But on the night of March 11th, bleeding feet, exhausted, they decided they would continue the march and they would finish the march in silence. Why? Because they found out that the next day, lakhs of children in Mumbai and nearby areas were having their board exams. They didn't want to disturb the kids at night, so 40,000 people walked without shouting one slogan, without making a noise. You cannot imagine the spectacle. Okay, 40,000 people walking through central Bombay in silence. And they didn't want to disrupt the traffic for the exam going children. So they reached Azad Maidan by 6 a.m. in the morning. And I think that reaching out to the middle classes worked, who responded by coming there and distributing food, etc. packets. We had also a bigger demo in Delhi. Here's what you can do, and here's what all of us can do. One is demand, fight for a special session of Parliament to discuss India's greatest agrarian crisis, minimum 3-week joint session of Parliament. Don't think it's so impossible when it comes to corporate interest, when it comes to GST, the government could call a special session in 1 week. Yeah, it could call a special, hold it at midnight. The president would drive down for it, preside over the joint session of Parliament, and in a matter of 4 to 6 hours, the bill is passed. The Swaminathan Commission reports on the crisis in farming by the father of India's Green Revolution have lain 15 years in Parliament without 1 hour's discussion. The first of the 5 Swaminathan reports, there are 5 reports, the last report had 2 volumes. The first Swaminathan report was submitted to Parliament in December 2004. The last, in December 2004, the last volume 2 of the 5th report was submitted in October 2006. From 2004 to 2019, we haven't found 1 hour to discuss the section of your society that is bleeding in great distress. We have not found 1 hour of dedicated discussion in Parliament. Can we not demand a 3-week special session of Parliament to discuss not just the Swaminathan Commission report, that 3 days you can do that, to discuss the rights and entitlements of women farmers, Adivasi farmers, and Dalit farmers. I give it to you in writing. If you do not engage with the issues of those who do more than 60% of work in agriculture, you haven't a hope in hell of sorting your agrarian crisis. To finish the pending issues of land reform that hang so strongly in this country. 3 days to discuss the mega water crisis. 3 days to have the victims of the agrarian crisis stand on the floor of Central Hall of Parliament and tell the nation what the crisis is, what it means to them. Believe me, that will be one time the nation wants to know. And 3 days to discuss what kind of agriculture do we want in this country. Do we want corporate-driven, pesticide-soaked, chemical-soaked agriculture? Or are we looking at an agroecological based agriculture? Which kind of agriculture? Let's discuss that. I'm not saying I have a solution for everything. I'm saying it's too big for one individual or one political party or one group to do. But let's listen to those farmers in the parliamentary forum. If you call that session, just calling that session will send a signal to this troubled section of your society that your nation cares about you, that we worry about you, that we are giving you this importance of a special session. Okay?